Right now, global shipping carriers are seeing their freight rates spike during the off-season, and then, they actually drop during the peak season.
Yeah, in a market flooded with way too many ships, they are somehow still printing money.
Welcome to our deep dive. Today we're looking at a stack of intelligence from logistics players like PGS and GoMagWave, as well as shipping analysts at Helios and G-Captain.
Right, our mission today is really to figure out the exact mechanisms behind this bizarre shipping rate volatility. We are exploring how carriers are aggressively manipulating global prices through, well, capacity control.
Okay, let's unpack this. To really understand what's happening, we have to look at the sheer scale of the oversupply these carriers are fighting against, right?
Oh, absolutely. To put this in perspective, shipping companies are building so many new vessels right now
Mhm.
that between 2023 and 2027, the global container fleet is going to grow by a staggering 36%.
Boy, 36%.
Yeah, if all those ships just operated normally, I mean, freight prices would absolutely collapse into the basement.
So they have to hide the ships, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
I read they do this through blank sailings, which is, industry jargon for a carrier just straight up canceling a scheduled voyage.
Exactly.
The best analogy I can think of is like the airline industry. It's like an airline intentionally canceling a Tuesday afternoon flight just to ensure that the Wednesday morning flight is completely overbooked and, well, they can charge top dollar for the remaining tickets.
What's fascinating here is how strictly they're enforcing this capacity discipline. I mean, they are purposely pulling capacity out of the market to create this illusion of scarcity.
I'm looking at the data here, though, and I'm a bit confused.
Oh.
Yeah, like if carriers are successfully choking off supply to keep prices high, why did the Shanghai-Rotterdam spot rate, meaning the immediate right now market price for shipping a container, just drop to $4,824?
Right, and the global benchmark is down too, sitting at $4,255.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like their grip on the market is slipping.
It looks like a contradiction, doesn't it? But what you're seeing in those dropping spot rates isn't carriers losing control of the supply. It really comes down to a panic we saw earlier this year, something the industry calls front-loading.
Front-loading, like rushing orders.
Yeah. Shippers were incredibly anxious about upcoming August tariff deadlines in the U.S., so importers rushed to get their cargo across the ocean early.
Ah, so they essentially pulled the traditional late summer peak season forward into June.
Right.
Which means if you were wondering why you saw, Halloween or holiday inventory hitting retail store shelves randomly early this summer, that's exactly why.
Exactly. That early panic caused rates to skyrocket months ago. But now that we are actually in the traditional peak season, well, the market is starved for demand.
Because everyone already bought their stuff.
Right. The frantic buying is over, shippers are returning to normal purchasing patterns, and so prices are experiencing a gentle decline, despite the carrier's best efforts to restrict space.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Because there is a geopolitical mask hiding the true scale of this market. What happens to this fragile, carefully engineered pricing ecosystem when global conflicts inevitably shift?
That is the ticking time bomb in all this data. Because of the ongoing tensions in the Red Sea, vessels are rerouting all the way around the Cape of Good Hope.
Wow, that's a massive detour.
It is. And because ships are taking these much longer routes, they are tied up at sea for weeks longer. That means you physically need more ships in the water just to move the exact same amount of cargo over the same period.
Oh, I see. So those longer routes are acting as a massive capacity sink.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the sources noted it's absorbing about 10% of global shipping capacity, which conveniently hides the reality of that 36% fleet expansion we talked about earlier.
Precisely. The carriers are printing money right now because of this artificial tightness.
Right.
But the moment the Red Sea transits fully normalize, and they will eventually, that 10% effective capacity will flood back into a market that is already massively oversupplied.
Which sounds like a recipe for disaster.
It really is. Analysts are warning that this sudden influx could trigger a catastrophic freight rate collapse by 2027.
Wow. So what does this all mean? The current freight market isn't some clean mathematical reflection of global trade. It is a violent tug-of-war between artificial capacity cuts and an impending supply tsunami.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Which leaves you with this to ponder.
Yeah.
If global shipping lines can successfully manipulate market capacity to protect their profits while sitting on a massive oversupply of ships, well, how much of the inflation you see on your everyday store shelves is driven by actual product value versus engineered logistics scarcity?